What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm Matt and this is my airplane Chaos Cub. Let me take you on my adventures around Alaska and beyond. Let's get out to the backcountry of Alaska and explore the off-airport environment. We'll be flying around into some of the most beautiful and scenic areas of Alaska. We'll be camping, fishing, hunting, hiking, and more. Flying is a way of life up here and I do truly love it. Now let's get to the backcountry. All right, guys, we're on our way over to the Big Susitna to check on the river ice. But on our way over there, we passed by this narrow strip on the lower Little Sioux, not to be confused with the Big Sioux where we're heading. Yes, they are two different rivers, but up here we just cut the word down and call them the Big Sioux and the Little Sioux. Okay, back to the flying. I wasn't sure how wet or muddy this strip still was, but after looking it over, rolling tires, and determining that it was safe to land, it's game on. Let's go land it. Well, we made it over to the Big Sioux. Pretty windy here at the mouth, so we only stopped in this one place and then got going. We headed north up to the confluence of the Big Sioux and the Yetna. Found this spot that's real rough, so I actually purposely picked this spot to land. It's pretty cool to actually watch the tire and the suspension roll over this rough terrain. You really get a feel of how rough it really is. I tried to slow down the clip here just so you can see how much the tire and the suspension is actually absorbing as we go over this rough terrain. On the rollout, I heard my friend Rick up flying and he ended up coming landing where I landed. A reminder, sometimes you shouldn't always land where your buddies land. It might be rougher than what you think. Cub down over there. What are you doing, Koba? Get out of there. You're gonna drink that nasty shit? Hey, Koba. Cub's back down over there, up on this little root ball. Better view of the ice through there. It's pretty built up, but I think it's starting to flow a little bit more. It was all jammed up in here. The water actually came up about, oh, I don't know, maybe a foot when I first landed here, and then has gone back down. Koba drinking some of that nasty water. But anyways, we're here waiting for a friend to come by and buzz us. I head up to his cabin, check on it, see if the snow's off his strip. So see how kind of deep these bumps are here. I don't know, it's probably a foot deep undulation through here. So it's kind of a fun place to practice at. I like to find all kinds of different terrain to practice on because you just never know what you're gonna experience out in the field, or if you had to like dead stick it in somewhere, at least you know what it feels like and what the plane's capable of. I mean, this is 35 area, I would guess. Sure, if you kept your speed up on it and 31s, you'd be all right, but in this soft sand and these kind of holes, I think you'd want 35s. I don't think you'd be wanting much else, but there's plenty of run out down there. So anyways, I actually picked this spot to land in. Kobo, you're being silly. Picked this spot to land in just because it had the rough stuff. Just always want to practice on different terrains. So it's not always a ton of fun to just land on nice smooth gravel bars. You gotta have something to improve your game. So this is one of those times. Well, I waited around for Star to come buzz me so that we could head up to his cabin, but we had a little bit of a miscommunication of where I was on the river and where he thought I was on the river. So ended up not connecting up with him, but it was getting kind of late in the day and I needed to head back. So I put in this clip of me landed at Lake Hood on 3-2. Typically when I come back into Lake Hood from the north, I always ask for the short approach. It's a fun approach into the gravel strip here. You're already in a confined environment because of the lake, so you're almost always doing a short approach, but this one's much shorter. Came over nice and low to the trees. There's a section in the strip that's 400 feet, so that's usually my aim point. There's a light right in the middle of that 400 foot, so you can also cut it down even shorter if you want and practice just on the 200 foot section. But my turnoff's right here, and the gate opens up so that I can do my long taxi around the lake to get to my parking spot. Well, we've come to the end of this video. Fun time getting out there on the Big Sioux, finding that rough spot to land in, watching the tires work. Had a great time, and it was good seeing Rick. Catch you on the next one.